Wanted to do a video update to my last gardening video. Just yesterday, actually over the last few days, I've been able to harvest some vegetables out of my yard. I was able to get some zucchini, some squash, and some bell peppers already. And it has only been 6 weeks since I planted my seeds. I didn't buy plants except my tomato plants because I was late in getting them in the ground, and those have to go in early. But as you can see from looking at this, my tomato plants have already got tons of tomatoes on them. And so I am excited. I cannot wait for them to turn red so I can bring them in the house and slice them up, throw them in a salad or on a sandwich. My plum tomato plant has got plum tomatoes growing all over it. So I'm very excited about that. I'm going to keep a watchful eye on it, make sure it doesn't get any disease or insects. And that's a common problem when you're gardening, so you got to have an arsenal of remedies for that. I use natural remedies for pests and disease, and my philosophy on that is that if the bugs can't eat it, should I really be eating it too? And I realize that that's going to get a lot of comments because a lot of people use commercial fertilizers and pesticides, but I'm trying to keep my body free of the pollutants because our environment is surrounded with them. So my goal is to keep everything I put in my mouth as healthy as possible, especially when it's coming out of my backyard. So the purpose of this video was to let you know that just 6 weeks into my gardening experience this year, because I started my seeds after spring break, because I was out of town, I didn't want to start my seedlings if I wasn't going to be home to keep an eye on them and keep them moist and keep them in the sun and not let a rainstorm wash them out. But I started my seedlings after spring break, and already I'm harvesting from my garden. So it does not take long. If you have good soil, ample water, and plenty of sunlight, your garden will take off in no time at all. So I just encourage you to go get yourself some heirloom seeds. You can get them at a local nursery. I would not buy them from a big box store because those tend to be hybrids, and hybrids will not produce year after year. You have to go buy new seeds. So how convenient to sell you a product that you can't reuse. You have to go and buy more and more and more. I prefer to buy a good quality seed once and then just harvest my seeds from my best zucchini or my best cucumber or my best green beans. And here are my green beans. After my last video, within a couple of days, I realized that I had accidentally planted pole beans, Kentucky pole beans, instead of bush beans. I prefer bush beans because they start to look like a shrub, a little bush. But these started to sprout out these long finger-like things, and I realized real quick that, oh no, I have pole beans. And I don't have anything for them to grow on. So I just grabbed some old bamboo sticks, tied them together, and made a little bit of a trellis. I don't know how long that's going to work, but I may have to come up with an alternative to this very quickly. I just didn't know. I didn't pay attention. Got my owl there to keep the birds out of my berries that are growing on the fence. And so 6 weeks after starting my seeds, I now have a garden that I'm harvesting food from. I'm very excited about that, and I hope that that will encourage you to get started. Okay, so God bless you, Prudent Woman. There's the bear, the beast, the other big guard dog. So go get yourself some seeds, dig up some dirt, try to get your garden growing, get it in. It's not too late. It is not too late. I planted those bell peppers that are still growing and producing. I planted those last year in the middle of summer, and it was hot, and we were in the middle of a drought, and they still are here this year. So it is never too late. Just as long as you water it regularly, you should be fine. God bless you, Prudent Woman.